basically his Primarchs, if they return one by one, somehow, some way, then what's gonna happen? Hi Golden Astartes, dear Gavities. So some of you requested that I make a reaction of the new Wolf Lord video, The Emperor's Plan Revealed. So I'm going to do that then, and of course I'm not gonna watch the whole video, I'm only gonna focus on some of the things that he said. So please go and watch the whole video, support Wolf Lord, and just, see the video the way that is meant to be seen. So reaction, not of the whole video, just gonna focus on some of the points that he made. So I presume that you already seen the video and you know what he's talking about and what I'm gonna be commenting on, therefore. So let's start.
And everything that has transpired since he ascended the throne, as bleak and as grim as it has become, is actually working out according to his new plan. Now, as always, when we're talking theories, take it with a pinch of salt. They are always unlikely. However, I have to say, the more 9th edition rolls along, and the novels continue to come, the more I feel certain that the Emperor most definitely has a plan.
Okay, first, for everybody that watched my previous talks about the Emperor and everything Emperor, a huge big fat disclaimer. I did say that before, but I guess that it is not sinking in for a lot of people. So every time that I'm commenting anything that's 40k, 30k, or the Emperor, I'm always factoring in what I know so far. So I always say, what I comment on is based on what I currently know. All the books that I went through so far, all the lore, hours upon hours that I watched, and all of that. So my analysis of everything is based on everything that I know so far. If I missed something, I missed it, I can only make assumptions or analysis on stuff that I already know. That makes sense, I cannot make analysis on something that I don't know. So everything that I say, I do not say it like it's set in stone. I do not say it like it's the only option in the world, like my opinion is some kind of a universal truth. Don't get that wrong, because that's just not the case. I say it as, well, this is my opinion based on everything that I know so far. I literally say that so many times. I guess I'm still getting misunderstood. The other thing, how I'm basing my analysis based on what the authors read, their background, and the literature that they read, as far as I know at least, to a point, how that's gonna affect writing the stories and what the Emperor could represent based on all of that. And that is why I have my conclusions about the Emperor, because of the different things that just come together and they totally make sense. For me, so far. So all of that could always change, and I can always see something different that's gonna change my opinion or viewpoint or whatever. But based on everything for now, that I know, that is how I'm forming any opinion that I could have. But once again, I do not oppose this opinion or anybody. So I just want to say that again, because what I'm about to say about what Wolf Lord says is just based on what he says and what I know. So yeah, that's just it. And he is doing the same thing. He knows what he knows, and he creates this video and he creates his opinion around that. We all have some kind of a basis to go off of, so that is normal. Okay, continuing.
Simple fact is, the moment Guilliman entered the throne room after his return, we can really make a logical assumption now that the Emperor knew this was his time to act. This is why he is being seen across the galaxy like never before, because it's been a plan in the making since before the heresy itself even ended. The return of Guilliman is just the beginning. It really makes the Emperor's ascension to the Golden Throne even more poignant. We've always known he did it to make the ultimate sacrifice for mankind, to suffer in silence, holding back the ruinous powers, so that mankind could continue to survive. However, now we know he not only did it for those reasons, he knew there was still hope for an imperium victory, to defeat the Chaos Gods once and for all. And it's even quite possible that he never knew it was a certainty himself.
First, commenting on some of the things that he said here. How is that factoring in the other prophecy where if Horus won, he would destroy humanity and with that the Chaos Gods, but if the Emperor won, the universe is going to be in endless war, just like he said, and that would lead to chaos thriving and all of that. So how is that factoring in that prophecy? Because in this moment we are in that prophecy, exactly in that prophecy where chaos is thriving and humanity is suffering because, well, it's chaos out there. Figure of speech, but you know what I mean. And the Emperor on the Golden Throne. How is this theory about what is actually going on factors in the other prophecy, which it is a prophecy of the Cabal, if you remember that. So basically, if the Emperor is to somehow gather champions or his basically his Primarchs, if they return one by one somehow, some way, then what's gonna happen? How the Emperor is gonna be revived? Is he going to be revived? Is he going to be reborn? There's a lot of questions here, in this sector of this theory. And then if he gets back, if he gathers new forces, or if he replenishes his forces, how is that gonna defeat chaos in any way? Because if chaos is starved, if there's no people, they're just gonna die out basically with time. But how is the Emperor gonna destroy chaos actively? That is something that I have not, come across yet. So I'm literally just asking the question. How is that gonna be result in a logical manner that's gonna make sense?
That it was just a hope, a possible future to come. And he didn't know himself if it was still going to happen. However, what excites me even more than Primarchs returning is really the confirmation that the Emperor saw this happening all along. As always, guys, what do you think? Are you surprised that the Emperor foresaw the Primarchs returning even before the heresy ended? That maybe, just maybe, this is all working out according to how he foresaw. And of all the possible loyal Primarchs returning, which ones do you see coming back?
This is a bit of a stretch if you ask me to this point, but who knows? Who knows? But once again, there is this freaking prophecy, hanging over our head. So I realize that it's very hard to keep with the continuity for the writers as well, but that prophecy does exist amongst other things that are already set up, and in the end, to create a story that would not make much connection with that or sense, that's not gonna stand very strongly. So they have to somehow connect the dots. That is what I'm hoping for. No matter how they do that, as long as it's interesting, as long as it makes sense, I'm gonna be all up for it. I mean, the only thing that I want is just to not be left with so many questions like, what about this story arc then? What about this story thread? Or what about this character? They should have some kind of a way to keep track of what they have written. So that's what I'm hoping for here. But as far as what Wolf Lord said, well, he is romanticizing everything in his style, which inspired me initially when I first found his channel, because he is like so well inspired, literally how he speaks about everything. But I think that somewhere between the inspired factor and the cynical factor, somewhere between those things, the truth lies, let's say. So we'll see how that goes. hopefully. In the meantime, we have a ton of Warhammer animations to be excited about. Guys, to finish my drawing of the young Emperor, this is my vision of the Emperor when he was young in the beginning, like in 30k, let's say. Not at the very beginning, but kind of like in 30k. So I hope that you like it. This is another way for you to support me and to get something out of it. The other ways, of course, are my OnlyFans, where I do my meaningful sex educational content, plus fitness and health and physique updates. And there's always Patreon and PayPal. You can also become a member of the channel as a Astartes Custody or a Primarch. You can take a look at those. And of course, my Golden Astartes Discord server. The fans and I are goofing out with memes, sharing thoughts, videos, art, and other Warhammer goodness. So thank you guys for watching. Till next time, get reviews, and bye bye.